美国声乐老师携手北美海米站12月2日直播间再次点评周深请我不改。
Track 12, Braveheart.
This is the rock song, right?
Yes, this is the rock song. You reacted before, but I wasn't in the show because I had to go to my meetings.
So it's terrible. You weren't here.
Seriously, I'm fired. Fire myself. But yes, this is one of my favorite songs because I love rock music too. So it's very exciting to see Joseon does a rock song, which I thought like maybe there might be some screamo because it's fitting for this song too, but maybe in the future.
We'll see.
Screamo from Joseon. Can you imagine?
Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe.
So this backstory real quick of this song called Braveheart, or literal translation from the Chinese title is don't change. Like may you yourself, like your core doesn't change, no matter how much time it passes. And so it's talking about how like in the year of 2224 that there's these like little robots that can actually they can actually have a soul if they are willing to go through the darkness, the patience, the time, and they don't know how long it's going to take, but it's almost like a grain of sand in a oyster shell, and from the time it passes that you become a pearl, right, so it's kind of like the same concept. And so it's talking about how like the soul is growing in the body, in the shell of the robot through time. And then there's like the soft, the fragile, the quiet, and also but there's the hard, the romantic, and the brilliant that's being developed in the core of the body as the soul.
Wow.
Yeah, so
okay,
let's hear the song.
Let's hear it real quick.
Thank you to Amy real quick, and not real quick, thank you so much. We don't want to gloss over that. And Big Fish in the Ocean of Zhao Shen.
Thank you so much for your coffees and all of the super chats that you see coming in here as well. Thank you, all of you, for your generosity. All right, let's rock out. He was using his false folds for the first time to my recollection. Oh, this part right here. That part where he's going like that right there, that growl. That's the it's called the false folds as opposed to the true folds. True folds are aimed upwards. They come down together and they stretch front to back in like a V shape. That produces just the vibration, singing typically. Mm-hmm. But the false folds are a pressure relief valve positioned just above that, still inside of the larynx, and they're aimed down. And they don't have that superficial lamina propria, that the outer layer that actually vibrates to create frequency that we use to sing and speak with. So instead, it's more of like it's just like a ligament, almost like a cartilage based thing, and it trips up and down. So if you go to lift something heavy, you feel that lock. So he's engaging that in that moment. That's giving that that growl with it. He rarely uses that. It's such a cool texture.
Get some Marilyn Manson vibes going on in this one.
Right? In no stretch of my imagination did I think we'd be seeing this in the chats while listening to Charlie. Oh my God, I love it. So I mean, again, using his voice in new, fantastic ways, and just the idea of introducing. There's one thing about introducing electric guitar to an album to give it a different texture as the song, as we've seen, just continues to evolve. But to actually have the guitar riff so like almost mid to, I'd say, late 80s metal. And we're talking
Metallica.
like Metallica Ride the Lightning riff. I mean, it seems like, not that it's a ripoff of it, but it's like that time period to put here for his voice for this story is just absolutely fantastic. And I approve.
Yes, Richard definitely approves.
Oh my God.
Man, Charlie is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get from him. You ever.
Exactly.
You never know what you're going to get.
That's right.
Full juice freaks in there too.
What's great is this dark like riff going underneath it, but he has this beautiful message on top. Just
I know.
It's only he can pull this off, right? So it just has this, his conviction, his self-conviction of who he is and standing his ground invites the idea of like a straightforward push rock beat with a great guitar riff with that I want to say telling that's what I want to use to try to trigger in us as listeners that same feeling, like to stand your ground, to be who you are, to, you know, like all of those things, these seeds that were planted throughout the course of this album to just like, and now it's time to grow, right? So that the sun is on it and just like to blossom all of these ideas.
Yeah.
With the lyrics here. So well done. And his voice, he could just make a metal album and I'm so there.
I know, seriously.
Thank you. Let's do that. Come on, Joseph.
Wow.
Rock album.
So good. Oh, I can't wait. I can finally crank this up because we saw that we reacted this once before, like said on stage, right? We did like the fan cam or whatever. So now I can actually like hear the produced version of this on repeat. Very excited.
Yes.
Although I'm very curious. I'll let you guys know later because of course we're going to do a Joe Shen part 7 or 12 or whatever number we're at. We're going to continue to do more. If you can imagine meditating to this and then you get to this part of that mental therapy and journey, like where does your brain go?
Well, sometimes you need something to jar you loose too, you know? It's like tranquil is all good, but sometimes life needs to come in with a sledgehammer and just shake things up a bit.
That's exactly right.